All right, today we're taking a look at the articulating industrial endoscopy. This is model number AGC500L. We're going to open this bad boy up and check it out. Comes in a nice case, I can see that already. This is the DXZtoz. I have no idea how to pronounce that, but it's that right there. Warning, it is forbidden to operate the wheel when the coil pipe is in the curl state. Yes, definitely. You don't want to use these if it's too much of a bend, because this does have a fiber cable running through it for the camera. But anyway, that out of the way, let's see what else we got. Nice little locking strap right there, for real. It'll keep, if you flip this thing upside down or whatever, it'll keep it all in there pretty good. Have our monitor here, and our handle with the snake has a long cable that's supposed to be about 5.5 foot long. Nice little fold out stand. You can probably hang that on something if you needed to. Comes with our user manual, a cleaning brush, and a little hook. Comes with microfiber cloth so you can clean your lens off, wipe your stuff down, and some cleansing wipes, and our USB to USB-C charging cord. Let's get this thing charged up and we'll check it out. Okay, we'll go over the basic functions of this. Number one right here, we have our camera switch button, our gallery freeze screen, our up button, your OK button. You press this to confirm your options, your down button, your back button, and your power on and off. You long press this for 2 seconds to turn it on and to turn it off. We have our SD card slot right here, and over here we have, and right inside there, it's probably going to be hard to see. You got a little bitty hole right there, that's a reset button, and then you have your Type-C charging port right here. Now as far as your handle goes, you have a lock right here. This is your steering wheel. You can get that set where you want and you can lock it into place. You have your light button right there, your zoom and rotate button right here, and your photo and your video buttons. And make sure you have this cord fairly straight when you're doing your wheel, because it can put that cable inside here kind of in a bind. So they say to keep this as straight as possible. We will go ahead and get our monitor snapped on here. Just put it on here like so and click it into place. We'll get it powered on. 1, 2, there we go. We have it. Let's see if we can see ourselves. That's a really clear picture. I don't know if you can see that. Get that up close. It's actually a really good picture. Now to move this, you just turn the wheel on the handle and it will turn. Pretty cool. Have our zoom. Put it on something you can actually see what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Zooms in pretty good. Have our camera button. We'll just snap a picture. Video going now. Just hold that button in for a minute and let off and it'll start recording. You can turn the light on and off. You can see the brightness bar on there. Right here. Now the other day I was checking to see how tight my battery terminals were, and I had a socket and I dropped the socket. I didn't see where it goes, so let me pop the hood on my car over here and let's see if we can see it down in there, because I certainly couldn't see it by looking down in there, because especially on a lot of cars today, they have all the covers and everything that makes it look neat, but it's hard to get to things and hard to see things, so this should do the trick. You can also use this in your house, like if you have a stopped up drain pipe and you want to see if there's something down in there or see what's clogging it up. You can run the snake down in there and get a bird's eye view of what it is. It's a wash rag or a bunch of hair or whatever you can see down in that drain. That's really cool. Let's move over here to the car. Something I forgot to mention a moment ago is this has 2 cameras on it. One right here on the side and the other one is here on the end. And to use that, you just push this little button over here on the left. And we are looking at the top of my carport. Push it again and it will go to a split screen. Now we're looking forward and at the top of the carport. And you can push it again and it'll just go back to your main front camera. But that's cool, got a side camera. Also, to get to the menu, just hold your OK button and it'll go to your menu and you can scroll through here and set your date and your time and your brightness, tracking cross, circular icon for show the center, format your SD card, and you can reset to default settings and check your version of this. Resolution, hit OK. You can go to 1080 or leave it at 720. We'll set it at 1080. Now we're at 1080. Date label on. Change your auto power off or on, just whatever you want to do, 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Change your languages if you want to. Your screen brightness. Now your brighter screen is going to use more power, so if you're in a lower lit area, I would lower that screen brightness, make your battery last a little longer. Your date and time, you can change that. And that is that. Let's see if I can find that socket. I'm going to set this to record so we can actually see what's going on when we go back to watch the video. I can see it, but it might be hard to see on the camera over here. We'll get the recording going. You just, like I said a while ago, just hold that record button down and it'll start recording. You can see it's recording by the flash up here. And it was right down by this battery, so I'm going to put that down in here. Remember, you want to keep this cord as straight as possible. Let's turn this wheel a little bit. I can see the ground there. That socket could have fell out, but I certainly don't see it. Well, I didn't find my socket, but I got the chance to use this, and I must say I am very impressed by the quality of the picture between the monitor and the camera. Surprisingly clear. You could also use this if you're like working on a lawnmower or whatever. You can pull the plug, put this up in the cylinder head, see what's going on there. And as I mentioned earlier, run it down into a clogged drain. See what your issue is on that situation. Or if you're looking for sockets. Hopefully you find yours if you lost yours under your hood. Nevertheless, this is a good tool for anybody, whether you're a homeowner, part-time mechanic, full-time mechanic, whatever the situation is, or just looking into crawl spaces that you can't get in there to see. This is an absolutely wonderful tool to have.